Thanks for joining us for Eyewitness News at 11. I'm Thomas Payer. It's day 3 of the statewide correction officer strike, and a state judge has granted a temporary restraining order requiring protesters to return to work. This comes as the National Guard troops have been deployed across the state. Our Capitol correspondent Jamie DeLine has the latest.
Governor Kathy Hochul is sending a strong message to correction officers who are on strike.
I am directing everyone involved in these unlawful strikes to stop these actions immediately. Legal action has already commenced to ensure compliance. Do what's right. Do your jobs.
Their actions are considered unlawful because of the Taylor Law, which bans public employees from striking. Lee Adler, a professor at Cornell University, says there are consequences a judge could order if correction officers decide not to go back to work.
He can order them, or she can order them, into jail until they state under oath that they are going to go back to work, and in fact do go back to work. We call that a contempt proceeding.
The union, which represents correction officers, says the strikes are not sanctioned or condoned by the union. The governor appointed a mediator to end the work stoppage. According to the union, roughly 30 facilities have officers and sergeants either protesting or refusing to enter for their shift. Officers are calling for increased staffing, reduced mandatory overtime, improved safety, as well as the repeal of the HALT Act, which restricts the use of solitary confinement. Republican Senator Jake Ashby wants to make these issues a priority when lawmakers return to Albany on Monday.
Think about the environment that they're working in. This is a dangerous environment, and they're being expected to work 24 hours a day. That's unacceptable. But this is something that we can work on.
In Albany, I'm Jamie DeLine.
Looking at the prisons, Governor Hochul signed an order granting them overtime compensation. COs at both Marcy and Mid-State Correctional Facilities joined at least 25 other state prisons in striking today. They're calling for safer working conditions, more staff in each facility, and shifts no longer than 24 hours. All this is to try and ensure that those correctional officers get home safe to their families every day. They are also fighting to stop the HALT Act. That's an act passed in 2019 that placed limits on the use of solitary confinement. COs want this act removed because they say it has led to a lack of consequences and punishments in prisons. Taking away these tools to manage disruptive behavior has also led to an increase of violence in prisons and reduced safety for corrections officers as well, and inmates as well as that. In response to the strikes that first began yesterday at prisons in western New York, the governor's office has been meeting with union leaders from across the state to try and resolve these issues. In the meantime, Governor Hochul has deployed the National Guard to secure the prisons left unguarded by the striking COs. New York City Mayor Eric Adams swore in federal court today